Welcome to another introduction of Certified Motivators. CM is like a lifestyle. CM is something that we live by day.
CM box.
If you don't know how to spell that, then you suck.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we are once again, another podcast of Certified Motivators. On the mic tonight, we have Joycelyn, aka Chicken Little. We have James Jimbo. We also have Poppy, Gabriel, Chulo. And in the background, as always, our producer who makes the show happen, Manny Manuel out of Hialeah. We have some interesting topics for you today, and we're going to kick it off. So go ahead, guys.
Before we start, how was your guys' day?
Fuck you.
Thank you, James. Thank you, James. You're the best.
I took my grandma on a walk. It was lovely. Literally like 5 minutes in, not even, probably 2 minutes in, she's like, bring me back home. She doesn't like going out. So,
All right, back to the topics we got today. All right, so returning to the workplace. I know that we started on the 20th, I think. Maybe the 18th or something like that. 11th. That's
Of
when
March?
we started. No, of October.
Oh, well, we've been back for a while.
We've been in the office
Okay.
pretty much all COVID, all this
Yeah,
pandemic.
well,
at least here-
you guys have it worse than we do. Yeah.
At least here in West Palm, numbers are getting better. So all the offices are saying, "Oh, we're returning to the workplace." Well, some are.
I've not looked at the numbers in a long time.
The numbers are excellent right now.
Yeah.
The 7-week average is like, within a few months of when COVID started. So what do you think? You think that a hybrid work schedule makes sense for a lot of companies? Do you think that it's reasonable? We have pretty much everybody the full spectrum here. Like we have Chicken who has to be at the office every day.
Mhm.
Guaranteed.
regardless.
You have us, me and Poppy, who are we could be
Part-time.
hybrid. I choose not to because I never know when I'm gonna have to be home with the kids. And then we have
I am hybrid. Right.
Yeah, and he is. And then
I have no kids.
Jose, you can be home all the time, right?
I
You
do
don't
the
have to
fuck
be there?
whatever the fuck I want. It's a 50-50. I feel like it's good to go back to the office because in my case, for the type of work that I do, it's good to have like team members around you that you can kind of like coordinate with, talk with, versus when you're doing it remotely over the phone, it's not the same. Like you're looking at their screen, but they can only share so much on the screen. Sometimes you need like at least 2 screens to do the job proper. Whatever.
Hold on. Really quick. Is that Jose Potato the one speaking right now?
Yes. Why?
Oh, sorry. Just
He sounds
wanna-
responsible.
Yeah, you
Doesn't
sound
like-
like
doesn't
what
sound
happened to you? COVID changed.
The whole different position changed me. It's crazy. I know.
I was like,
but
whoa.
I still fuck around. I left early today. I ran into a coworker and they were like, "Oh, half a day," and I was like, "Yeah." I mean, I still
when
mess
people
around.
tell me half day, I just want to tell them fuck you.
If your type of position, requires you to, teamwork and stuff like that, then you need to be in the office. But we want to hear Poppy on this.
Yeah, I want to hear Poppy. That's the one I want to
You
hear.
guys picked
Yeah,
the
we're-
topic, huh? I don't see the point in going back full time. I know for you guys, because of what you do, it makes sense. But for me, I think for James as well, besides the fact that you have kids, everything we do, we can do remote. I don't need to sit in a chair just for them to see me picking my nose when I don't know what to do with my time.
Not only that,
I mean-
but half the people think that you're IT.
That too.
So
Or they think
if
AP.
they already think you're IT, you might as well not be there, right?
That's true. I could be
True,
AP
'cause
also.
our IT department is
They ask
fully
me all sorts
remote
of
right
things.
now.
I mean,
I like the hybrid. There's no commute, so there's less stress. It's much more relaxed. I can get much more done. I mean, let's be honest. I don't have to take coffee breaks and
He can be on Tinder more
And-
too.
yeah, no, that doesn't matter. It's the same at work. But I don't have all these.
Swipe.
yeah, when nobody's there, you can do you're either way, right?
Swipe.
But there's no.
Poppy.
Yeah, you're puteando in your phone all the time.
You're right. You're right.
Don't be jealous. Don't
It's
be
okay. I'm
jealous.
married.
you
I'm
guys are
married.
just
I'm
mad.
okay. I'm okay.
What about James? What does James think about this topic?
Well, I'm two-sided. Number one, I definitely feel like I'm more productive at home, but
You like it
I
from the back.
also
You said you were two-sided.
yes, more productive at home and taking it from the back. Opposite sides. For sure. So
Which one is more productive, James?
I mean, look, back or front, either way, it's going in. So
That's
Oh,
what she
yeah.
said.
so, but at the office, I feel like people see you, and so it's easier to get recognized. But I don't know. Like I'm torn because I like being home. I also enjoy being in the office. But you know what? If I had to be in the office by myself with no one else there, it would fucking suck. Even today, the people who are on here right now were there, aside from Jose and Manny, fucking slackers. We were there, and even then, it was fucking dead. Dead. There was nothing going. There was like maybe 1/10 of the people in the office there, and I just wanted to fall asleep. I mean, it was that bad. But when everybody's there and it's like a little beehive, then it's not that bad.
Yeah, and I see what you're saying. You know, like you're seen. You remember last week we went to lunch. We picked up our food, and I ran into
Yep.
my direct boss.
Exactly.
You know, he sees me. He's like, this guy's coming into work. Everybody else is, you know, probably at home, whatever. You know, he's making the effort to at least coming in. So
If
I
he
mean,
only
if-
knew. If he only
yeah,
knew.
if he only knew. I mean,
See that?
if my boss is in and I'm not, then you know, I feel like I'm a real come mierda. So,
Well, you
that's,
are one.
That's standard.
I-
Yeah.
I know I am,
Not
I am, but
changing.
like a real come mierda. You know.
Well, you are real.
No, you know what he is? The word he's looking for is sapingo. He's a
Oh,
real
yes.
sapingo.
Yes.
What's that bingo?
It's the real come mierda.
You don't know what sapingo is?
No.
It's a Cuban
I know
term,
that,
think.
and I'm white.
Mhm.
fuck?
Dang. You're a
And
real
I'm not even
sapingo
from
then,
I'm
Jose.
not even from Miami. Manny knows
Pro-
what it is, don't you, Manny?
Producer, help us
Yeah,
out.
look
What
at him
is-
laughing there.
Come on,
Google it,
Manny.
man.
Bring in
Uh-huh.
the
He's from Miami. That's a
Google
Miami term.
explanation. The Hialeah
That's not my.
explanation. Sorry.
That's straight up Cuban.
That comes from Cuba or from Hialeah?
No, that comes
No,
from
no.
Cuba.
That's a Cuban term. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jose,
Damn.
going back to your point real quick about your boss seeing you and oh look, this guy's all fucking productive. It shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter if you do your work in the office or you do it at home or you're taking a dump.
I guess
your
I
work's-
guess it's
if your
based on
work's
your
getting
department.
done-
Yeah.
It all, you know what? It comes from the ultimate come mierda. This saying, perception.
There you go.
Yep.
Thank you,
Perception.
James.
Yeah.
Perception. Manny, I don't know if you heard that yet, but perception.
Oh, he's heard
Oh,
it.
he
for
has
sure.
heard it
Perception.
before.
He probably
Yeah.
heard that shit in the interview. Hey,
Yeah.
we're all about
He-
perception over here, all right?
Mhm. We don't
Fucker.
work.
Perception.
Only Papi works in the closet. I don't know who's doing what,
No.
but
Ya salí.
Manny
What?
Manuel, her perception so much he cleans his ass even better now because he's like, no, somebody's watching me.
Okay.
You know what? Sometimes you have to clean your ass extra after you have fucking gas station food, which is our next topic.
oh,
That's
that's
The best,
That's a
the
different type of
best-
cleaning.
the best and
you need
worst
bleach for that.
things that you can get from the gas station to eat. So let's just call them gas station snacks.
The best are things that are packaged and that the gas station attendants cannot touch.
Wait, so you're saying the turkey sandwich that's been sitting in the cooler for 4 days is a
is
good
the
thing?
best.
No. Well,
Uh-huh.
was more thinking about
well.
like you're right. I was thinking about like chips and things.
Oh, chips,
But
yeah.
but at least that sandwich is refrigerated and packaged. It's not like the hot dogs that are rolling out there. Been rolling for
You
3
hope
nights.
it was in the refrigerator.
Bro,
the
they
whole
package
time.
I
they
hope,
package
you're right,
those
you're right.
things with
I
the
hope.
hands dirty
It's
after they wipe
probably
their
not.
ass.
For me, the best thing you can get at a gas station, beef jerky is number one. I mean,
You can find beef jerky at fucking Publix, you know, local grocery store. We're talking about real gas station food.
Well, there aren't
Oh,
that
real-
many things that are
alright.
exclusive to a gas station
Look.
besides the nasty hot dogs.
Well, yeah, I was
we'll
gonna
just
say the
talk
hot
ga-
dogs.
well, we won't even say best and worst. We'll just talk about gas station snacks in general. The
Nachos.
taquitos, you know, you go to a good gas station when they got the taquitos and the hot dogs on the same fucking roller.
Yeah, they got the
7-Eleven?
Pepto Bismol right next to it.
Yeah.
It's a
You
package
talking
deal.
about 7-Eleven?
Oh man, I grew up on 7-Eleven. It was
Yeah.
right next to my house. We used to go over there late night.
That's why
eat
he's
all
got
the
an iron
nonsense.
stomach right now.
We don't have
Mhm.
7-Elevens in Cuban, so it's okay.
Guys, next time you go up north,
We
there's
got
a
Wawa
place
now.
like-
We got Wawa now.
No,
I was like,
There's
what
a
do you got?
place-
Siete once?
there's a place that will blow your. No, and you have to Google this shit. You have to Google this shit. It
Is
is
this
insane.
this Rusty's place or Krusty's place or whatever?
No,
Buc-ee's.
no.
Buc-ee's.
Bucky's. Bucky's.
Yes, Bucky's. This is a target of all gas stations. They have
So-
everything you could think of in this gas station, including your Pepto Bismol.
So
but-
Wawa.
No, they are literally chopping brisket and making brisket sandwiches. They have like straight ribs.
That's a restaurant, man.
That's
The
Golden
beef
Corral.
jerky, the beef
Yeah.
jerky, the beef jerky that James is talking about is not prepackaged. This is like they have a cooler, or not a cooler, but like when you
A
go to Publix,
refrigerator or
they have like you can pick out your ham and cheese, and you're at the deli, a fucking deli.
Sounds
of beef jerky.
like we need to do an on location podcast from this place.
Oh, we should do a road trip. CM road trip.
Ish.
CM road trip. Fuck.
How far
Yes.
is this place?
The closest one I saw was probably 2 hours, 2.5 hours up.
From
have
here?
To, we'll have to Google this.
Bro,
Yes,
that's
from here.
nothing. That's
not so bad.
nothing.
Bro, let's
It's
go.
on
That's
the
our
early
lunchtime
one.
right there. We can
Yeah.
go during lunch.
I'll leave early, get there, fucking do the podcast, brunch podcast at the fucking Bucky's, come back.
I'm telling you, this place is crazy. Like, you're gonna love it. That's the best right there. Wawa, you got to step up your game now. I mean, you were the shit back in the day, but
Well, I mean,
Buc-ee's
how
is
many
in town.
Bucky's are there? There's like one Bucky's. I think
For
Wawa's the
people
edge,
listening,
bro.
we're doing podcast on location at this place. We're gonna do it.
We're doing.
I'm down.
I'm
Yeah,
down.
we're
too.
gonna do it. We're gonna do it. It's gonna be we're gonna do a road trip.
Let's
This
do
is
it.
Gonna be, it's gonna
Yeah,
be
fuck.
fucking awesome too.
It's gonna
We
be
need
a
to rent a van.
disaster.
We need to rent a van. By the way,
You don't need to rent a van. You're not.
What the fuck? Yeah,
Why
bro,
bro.
how
need
many
to
people are
rent?
we gonna take?
How many
5 of
people are in
us,
this call?
puto.
There's 5 of us. Like,
Well, you
Five,
never
bro,
know.
that fits in my car. 5 people.
Joyson's a fucking Cuban. He's already thinking about his mom, his grandma, his fucking Theo, his aunt. Like,
Come.
the fuck, bro? It's the 5 of us. We're not.
We're gonna have a
inviting
whole
but you-
caravan. We're gonna have a whole caravan going
Yeah,
down
but you
fucking
come. You
95
come
going
for
to the
two.
Buc-ee's.
So
I got dibs on shotgun. Just saying, I'm not sweating in the back with you guys.
no, you're sitting in the back in the middle with us.
I know.
Hey.
Hey.
Uh-huh.
Buy it.
Who were we
Poppy,
talking-
bring us into this CM of the day.
So our
So-
CM of the day.
Ba-ba-ba-bam.
I love for the viewers who can't see Poppy right
Just
now.
like-
He literally threw up deuces saying CM of the day.
It wasn't deuces. It was
I don't know what
the
you did.
awkward. It's what I
Pointing
do to you.
fingers.
It's what I do to you in the office when you're being all awkward. and stuff.
And
You
that's what
sometimes-
that's what you tell the big
All right,
children. You're
stop.
like, the beach
Bro,
is
just
that way.
fucking-
you get sick and you think it's just something casual, cold or a flu or whatever. You go to the doctor and the doctor just sends you the entire wrong way.
All right. Yep. That is what happened to me. So one day I get a like quadruple shot espresso. A quadruple shot of espresso in a nitro brew. I go to work, I tell Jose or Potato, I tell him, hey, you want some of this? He says, yeah, sure. I give it to him, whatever. I'm drinking it. So that was at like 8 o'clock. At like 10:30, I'm feeling like kind of weird. Like maybe not even then, probably like 9 o'clock. I'm feeling weird. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go catch my breath. I go outside.
He thought it was just
I'm
as nice
walking
breathing
around.
heavy.
I go hang out with the bums, and all of a sudden, I like almost pass out. And then I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh god, I'm fucked up. Something happened. I got something weird going on with the coffee. So I go back to work. I tell my boss, I'm like, hey man, I gotta go home. Like I don't even know what the fuck's going on with me. So I go home. I go to the urgent care, MD now, and I will say, fucking MD now. You guys do whatever you want to me, but you guys fucking suck.
Como mierda.
So I went, yeah, oh, bro, they got the fake doctors over there. So I go to MD now, and what do they tell me? They say, oh, you got the flu. And I'm like, all right, so you guys gonna give me the flu test? You know, you're gonna do whatever you guys do. This is pre-COVID, so just keep that in mind, pre-COVID. And they tell me, oh, we're gonna give you the flu test, or we're not gonna give you the flu test because it's gonna show negative. It was too early on. So I was like, all right. So they said, here, we prescribe you Tamiflu. It's $125. Fuck me right in the ass. $125 for
You liked it?
prescription.
Sounds like a
Oh.
normal Friday night.
Yep,
Mm.
yep. Except it was like freaking Tuesday or Monday. And so I go, I get the Tamiflu, I go home. I got my 2 kids there. My wife's pissed. I got the flu. She can't be around me. My kids can't be around me. I'm in quarantine. So I do the quarantine. I mean, when I tell you that it's fucking painful, I had body
So wait,
ache.
you were training for
chills.
COVID before you even knew it?
Yeah,
No.
yeah. Body aches, chills, like the sweats, like it just horrible. But no stuffy nose, no sore throat, nothing like that. So I do 5 days of Tamiflu. I'm not getting any better, but I was like, fuck it, whatever. Maybe it's just gonna run its course. So then on the 6th day, I'm like, oh, I'm getting a little better. So I go, I cook some steaks, we're having dinner. I gotta go to the bathroom. So I'm like, all right, I go to the bathroom. What happens? I start pissing out blood. And I'm like, oh, this can't be good. I'm like, I didn't know the flu did that to you. So I go back, I start eating my dinner again, and then so I think, well, maybe I should tell my wife about this. So I tell her, I'm like, hey, I just pissed out blood and it hurt a lot. She tells you either go to the doctor or don't go.
So how did you
So I
tell
go
her?
to,
Did you say my pee?
yeah, I'm just like eating my steak and I'm like, yeah, just she was
My
like, I was
Dylan
like, yeah,
is dripping blood.
my chilene.
Pipicito.
I was like, yeah, I just peed blood. And she's like, what? She's freaking out. She's like, you gotta go to urgent care right now. I'm like, all right, fine. So I go back to MD now, fucking shitty ass MD now.
Hold on, you're like, all right, fine, as if it's a burden. You're pissing blood, and you're like, oh, I guess I gotta go to the
yeah,
doctor.
yeah.
Jane was in
So I
his
was like-
period, by the way.
So I go and they're like, oh, we gotta do some tests. So they do some tests. They come back. They're like, oh, the nurse comes back and she's like, you gotta wait for the doctor to tell you. And I'm like, all right. So I wait. The doctor
Damn.
comes in. They're like, sir, we've already called the hospital and called you in, so they're expecting you. And I'm like, oh shit,
Oh,
well then.
shit.
And they're like, we think that you have this muscle eating bacteria that is eating your muscles inside your body, and your body cannot handle all the protein that's being created from this. So you're peeing the protein out, and that's why it's all bloody. And I'm like,
Yeah,
These motherfuckers.
what?
Googled
And
this
they're
shit.
like, yeah, you have to. They're like, yeah, you have to take care of that right now because that can fucking kill you in like 3 days.
And you
if
can
don't
lose
take
it.
care of it.
What's
Yeah,
worse,
and I'm like,
dying
I'm
or
like
losing
3
it?
days. I'm like, god damn. So now I'm freaking out. I call my wife. I go to the hospital. I'm calling my wife. I'm like, oh, you got, like, I got this weird fucking random like 0.001% of people get it, flesh eating fucking muscle eating disease.
I
go
lost my
there.
pee.
Yeah, I go there and the
Bring it
hospital's like,
back.
oh, let me tell you this. It's serious when the hospital doesn't even make you wait in line. They're just like, oh, we're expecting you. And you're just like, oh shit, yeah,
Bro,
my dick's gonna fall
So
off.
from a nitro coffee, you went to fucking ER?
Bro,
I
when
know,
James
I
left
know.
that office, when he left that fucking office,
yeah, he was
he
not
looked
well.
like
Yeah,
no.
Bro,
To
I felt
me,
like death.
I thought you had so much anxiety, you had to go let it out when you got home. I'm like, this man's gonna be like the Energizer rabbit.
no, you
So-
look not well.
Yeah, I know.
when you left
I
the
remember
office.
that feeling, and it was
Yeah.
not good. So it turns out
Pobrecito, James.
I go to the hospital. They do some tests. They come back, and I'm like, "How bad is it?" And they're like, "Well, sir, you have a UTI." And I'm like, "A what?" And they're like,
Unbelievable.
"A urinary tract infection." And I'm just like, "What the?" I'm like, "Seriously?" And I'm like, "So how bad is it?" And they're like, "Oh, we're gonna give you some antibiotics. You'll be home in an hour."
And
I'm
that
like,
was it.
What?
That was
I'm
it?
like, bro, 7 days or 6 days of me taking fucking flu medication, thinking I'm fucking having the flu, and then the MD now tells me I'm gonna fucking die in 4 days, and then I go to the ER and they're like, yeah, you just got fucking
So-
bacteria inside your
So
penis.
the real CM of the day here is MD Now.
Oh, it's that doctor who googled the.
Those
bleeding
are the
BB
CM of the
thing.
day right there. MD Now.
Oh yeah, it
is
was fucking
CM of the day.
Pindar Rajesh that fucking told me all this. So
You mean the guy we
I'm
work
like,
with?
Finger Roresh?
yeah. I was so pissed, dude. I never again am I going to MD Now. I'll tell you that. I've never been back.
It's really just got to be that one because let me tell you, the one that I go to, they'll stitch up my head, they'll put my arms back in. It's a good experience.
Do they have blondes there?
Yes.
That's why he likes it.
Yeah, that's why
fuck
he
him up.
goes.
They fuck him up, and he's like, "Oh yeah, keep going, baby. You're doing a good job."
He's
They
over there
probably-
dying, but he's like, yeah.
What do they
keep
put
going,
on it? It
don't
says
worry.
like MD now, and then it says like fucking Tienes Rubios or something like that.
Yeah.
Up on the sign.
Mhm.
Yeah, That's
I
why
look
he
at the
likes it.
sign and I look up the doctors first, and I'm like, I'm going there.
Bro, but he goes to the one in Jupiter and Palm Beach Gardens. We go to the
Oh,
one
yeah,
in
that's
Lake Worth
the
and
high
Green
class one.
Acres.
Yeah, I got the Green Acres one. Might as well be Lake Worth Beach.
You got the pawn shop doctors.
On that note, I think that's the end.
So once
Stay tuned.
again, coming to you with another podcast of Certified Motivators. Please follow us on Instagram.
Certified
at
Motivators.
Ba-ba-da-bow. We need some sound
Ba-ba-ba-bow.
effects. We need some sound effects. That's your. Come on, get it.
Ba-ba-ba-bow.
This
Please
is a flea
follow us
market
on-
sound effect.
There we go.
Coming up for the next podcast, we're gonna have what type of topics are we having?
Good topic.
Inappropriate work clothes.
Oh,
That's the next
inappropriate work
podcast.
clothes.
Inappropriate.
Yep, and we're gonna bring some merch, YouTube
Weird.
channel.
Weird places to store things in your house.
Yep. Stay tuned.
Stay certified or stay motivated.
Stay pendejo. For a life.
Or like.